Hello and welcome to MahendraGuru.com, the Brahmastra for Success. Today I am here with Mahendras Speed Test Hi-Fi, and as you know we are going to discuss 10 questions, any 10 questions of the ST number 85 SSC CGL Tier 1. So moving to the ST, the 10 questions that we are going to discuss today comprise of closed test, some error detections and some phrases and idioms. So starting, as you know, closed test is one of the most sought after questions of the examination. So first we are going to start with closed test. The rules you know them very well. You are given with a paragraph. 5 words are there which have been removed from the paragraph, and for each of these words you are given with 4 options. Out of the 4 you have to find the most appropriate one. So we are going to solve this particular question along with the passage. We'll read the passage, concurrently we are going to see the options. As the passage reads, you can say Americans pay the highest price in the world for cancer drugs, but the treatments are least dash in lower income countries according to the results of a new study released on Monday. As you can see, the blank number 1 over here is given with 4 options which are modest, cheap, low cost and affordable. And the one which according to me suits best is affordable, as the sentence reads, Americans pay the highest price in the world for cancer drugs, but the treatments are least affordable in the lower income countries. So the answer for this question is number 8, that is affordable. As for other options, you can see the word modest means which is either moderate in quantity or a person who is very humble or not very much overestimating himself. Moving further to the next part of this closed test, the sentence says the study of cancer drug prices in 7 countries which did not take into account discounts or rebate to list prices was presented at the annual meeting of the American Dash of Clinical Oncology in Chicago. As you can see, the blank over here is after the word American Dash of Clinical Oncology in Chicago, and the options that you are given with are committee, home, country and society. The most appropriate option according to me for this particular blank is society, which reads American Society of Clinical Oncology in Chicago. There were 2 options which actually made me dubious about the answer. Those were committee and society, as committee could also have been used. But if you simply see the meaning of these 2 words, committee is basically people who are recruited or who have been appointed for this thing, while society is a self-association. So the appropriate word over here is American Society of Clinical Oncology. And the answer for this question is D, that is society. Moving further with our passage. Now, the lowest drug prices were found in India and South Africa. But after calculating price as a percentage of wealth dash for the cost of living, cancer drugs appeared to be least affordable in India and China. And the options you are provided with the blank for number 3 are adjusted, created, made and donated. As you can see, the sentence reads prices as a percentage of wealth dash for the cost of living. That should be adjusted for the cost of living, because we are talking about wealth which cannot be created, made or donated for the cost of living. So the option over here for number 3 is adjusted according to me. The next part reads researchers at Rabin Medical Center in Petah Tikva, Israel calculated monthly drug doses for 15 generic and 8 brand name cancer drugs used to dash a wide range of cancer types and stages. List prices in Australia, China, India, South Africa, the UK, Israel and the US were obtained from government websites. Now, the blank number 4 over here is given with 4 options for you: find, treat, research and examine. And as you can see, we are talking about 15 generic and 8 brand name cancer drugs used to dash a wide range of cancer types. Now, dash a wide range, that is treat a wide range, because we are talking about drugs and drugs are used to treat diseases. So, we are talking about these 15 generic and 8 brand name drugs which are used to treat a wide range of cancer types and stages. Moving further to the last part of the passage, it reads, the high prices commanded by modern cancer drugs are generating increased dash and demands for price discounts from politicians, healthcare providers, insurers, patients, and some doctors. Now, for blank number 5, the options are retardation, safeguard, resistance, and shield. And we are talking about modern cancer drugs are generating increased dash. So what are these drugs meant to generate? Are they meant to generate retardation, safeguard, resistance, or shield? So the appropriate option over here, according to me, for this blank is resistance, because they are meant to generate resistance against it. While for the other options, the word retardation, that implies something which is slow, delayed, and it comes from the word retarded. While the word safeguard is to provide safety to someone. Okay, now this was all about the part close test. Moving further to the next set of questions, that is for you a phrase and idiom based question. Now over here, as you know the rules, you are provided with a phrase over here or an idiom. What you are asked to do, out of the 4 given options, you have to tell which one best expresses the meaning of this particular phrase. And the phrase for you over here is to call a spade a spade. To call a spade a spade. And the 4 options that you are given with, first is talent of speaking frankly. Second one says to criticize someone. Third one is to be frank and truthful. And the fourth one is very funny. Now, according to me, out of these 4 options, the one which suits well or appropriately express the meaning of this phrase is number C, which says to be frank and truthful. He was courageous enough to call a spade a spade. The sentence expresses that a person is frank and truthful in his expressions. He is not afraid of saying something to be something. To call a spade means to be frank and truthful. Moving to the next question, which says another phrase and idiom for you, which is chip of the old block. And the 4 options that have been provided to you are to delete unwanted blocks. The second one is to punish somebody severely. The third one is open and honest. And the last one is as good as one's father. Now, if you know this phrase properly earlier, then you must be knowing chip of the old block means a person who resembles his father. That is generally used for males who are similar to their fathers or their predecessor generation. So what they are trying to say is chip of the old block is as good as one's father. I can give you a sentence which says John is really chip of the old block. That means the guy John is completely similar to his father. Moving to the next set of questions, that is error detection field. As you know the rules already, in SSC, as you know, the sentence is divided into 3 parts, A, B and C. You have to find that one part which basically has the error, and if you find the sentence to be completely correct, what you have to do is mark D, that is no error. So the first question from this set of questions is, he plays a wedge in between, prevent the log from closing up. Now, I find a bit of wrong or incorrect thing in this sentence. I'm going to read the sentence again a bit slowly with parts accordingly. He placed a wedge in. Now, this part seems completely fine to me. Nothing seems wrong. Second part says between. So, he placed a wedge in between, prevent the. Now that is part B, which seems a bit off to me. Something is wrong about it over here. Log from closing up. The part C is completely correct again. So the problem is in part B. So my answer is part B. Now what the problem is, I'll tell you that as well. As you can see, he placed a wedge in between. Prevent the log. It should be replaced by to prevent the log from closing up. So the correct answer for this question is option B. And how you have to solve it or how you have to correct the sentence, replace prevent by to prevent. Moving further, the next question from error detection is, on his way he broke the branches of the tree supported the nest of the sparrow couple. Now I'm going to read the sentence again a bit slowly this time, with parts going on. On his way, he broke the branches. The part seems completely fine to me. Of the tree supported. Now, that is part B. Part C says the nest of the sparrow couple. And what I find wrong about this sentence is somewhere over here in part B. And according to me, the appropriate sentence should be, on his way he broke the branches of the tree that supported the nest of the sparrow couple. So accordingly, the answer for this question is number B. And to improve it, you have to add that between tree and support. Moving further to the last question of our set, that is, this was the opportunity the swindler was seeking and he at once touched the feet. I'm going to read the sentence again for you a bit slowly this time. Part wise, the first part says, this was the opportunity. The part seems completely fine to me. The swindler was seeking, another part, that is completely correct. And he at once touched the feet. Another part that seems fine to me. So according to me, in this sentence, nothing is grammatically or verbally wrong. And so the answer for this sentence is going to be number D. There is no error. The sentence is completely correct. That was all with our ST discussion on ST number 85 SSC CGL. We are going to come again with many more such STs. For getting handy information, download our app or subscribe our YouTube channel. So I'm signing off with the note, your success is our success. Thank you.